right, so Kobe had his grand finale last night. He dropped 60 on the Jazz. And I just wanted to offer some reflections here just on my way home. First off, I'm going to really miss the Black Mamba. It's weird. I never thought I'd get so emotional. I wasn't this emotional when Michael Jordan retired. I wasn't this emotional when Derek Jeter retired. Yeah, you just go down the line of athletes, big marquee names that have hung up their shoes the last 20, 30 plus years as long as I've been alive, and I don't think any one grips me as much as Kobe. I think the reason why Kobe's retirement grips me so deeply is the fact that I, like so many, just found myself growing up with him. And it's not so much that he's not going to ever be on the basketball court again as much as we watched the evolution of a man. He just happened to play basketball and be amazing at it, you know? Just all those clutch moments.
Top against Patterson, Kobe cannot get Patterson in the air. A wild three, hit it! Game. Walton can tip it. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you got to get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang! Artest looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling, has to put it up at the buzzer. Banks it in! Oh, he banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
I mean, he came into the league when I was in elementary school. And I grew up through middle school, high school, college, post-college. You know, I got married, settled down, had a kid, all during his career. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. You know, they grew up and, you know, they found their calling and their purpose. And while they had free time, they watched Kobe on the television doing amazing things that, you know, I'm sure most of us wish we could do physically. So I just don't think it's just a basketball thing. I think it's just a life thing. It's an innate thing that we can all relate to, regardless if we're basketball fans or not. So just seeing greatness transition, but it's not a death thing. It's really kind of a rebirthing thing, and that appeals to so many of us, regardless of what we believe in. And I haven't even watched Kobe's last game. I'm doing that tonight. I'm really excited about it. But you know, again, it's just that evolution, I guess. He was kind of difficult to be around when he was younger, according to teammates like Rick Fox and Eddie Jones, and we all know his feud with Shaq, right? And then, you know, we won the championships. He grew. He worked hard. He's one of the hardest working basketball players ever. It's well documented, that's for sure. He was very disciplined. He was a gym rat. Yeah. So, and then, you know, his career low was in 2003, 2004. It was, you know, the whole rape scandal of Colorado. He owned it. I watched him confess, repent. I believe it was sincere. The feud with Shaq the following season, I mean, a lot of people developed this antagonistic attitude towards him, and I was on the cusp myself, thinking he was full of himself. But when you see kind of the man he is, who, you know, just what he learned, you know, just the progression from that, you know, becoming a leader, the ups and downs, you know, return to prominence, the championships in 2009 and 2010, you know, just seeing him be able to get over that hump, to win those titles without Shaq, just to prove that he could carry a team fully on his back. Like, he was motivated, and even though the last years were kind of tumultuous as far as the Lakers organization, he still stuck the course. He didn't, like, just leave and try to win one more championship. He stuck with the Lakers. So, regardless of what you want to say about him, the man was loyal. He took a lot of money. I get that. I mean, there's flaws in every athlete, so I'm not here to stand up and try to convince the world that Kobe was perfect. He made his mistakes, but, you know, I'm watching him, you know, the highlights and his face, and just I'm seeing everyone's reaction. It's like, I think we all grew to love him in a way. At least admit that he was an endearing figure. You know, the competition for Celtics, Pistons, Blazers, etc. fans. I mean, you got to admit, like, you want people like this in the league. You want to have someone you could either love or hate. You could just get behind or get against. Like Nike's commercial, the conductor commercial. I love it. It just so fitting and it resonates with me. So anyway, this is not so much. I don't want to just ramble here, but I just wanted to lend my own thoughts to the world about Kobe. I have his autograph. I have some memorabilia. Part of his jersey. Room. I do collect sports memorabilia, so it's not just him, but I wouldn't have pursued that if he didn't mean something to me. So, in the very unlikely case that Kobe somehow finds us on YouTube, if he ever had the time and was going through, I just want him to know that you inspired me as a little kid. I would emulate your moves like so many did. But even just how you handled adversity in general, while I take my cues from the good book, it is inspiring when I see people, whether they're being intentional or not, as far as yielding to a higher faith, just being able to pursue something, to work hard at it and achieve greatness, and not just relying on yourself, but relying on a team, and just going beyond. It goes beyond yourself. So I don't know. Thank you for all the great moves on and off the court, and just being willing to be vulnerable and grow up in front of us, and how you really changed the game, and I'm sure you changed many lives in the process. So, all right, well, I'm done with this. Hope you enjoyed it. Cam out.